What's up, guys? It's Steve back with another episode of GameSmart. Today we're going to be taking another look at a TFT VOD review of mine, looking at a Cultist game in particular. If you've been enjoying these videos, please remember to like and subscribe, as well as comment down below what you think of the new format with the sped up replays. I think this video is going to be applicable to a lot of people right now who are trying to make a push for the end of season rankings, because Cultist is a really strong build that is smooth throughout the early, mid, and spikes quite hard in the late game, especially for those of you down in silver and gold, because a lot of players just aren't able to put together a board stronger than 9 Cultist. Anyways, guys, let's get into the VOD review. Here we are in the VOD review. We've got a Diana with a chain vest off of Carousel. Not the best. Obviously, you would prefer something like a bow or a sword or a rod, but chain vest isn't that bad. And yeah, we actually have both a Tom Kench and an early Darius from the Orb, so we're definitely looking for an Annie in this situation, or to high roll the Katarina to get fortune in. I'm very much not a high risk tolerance player. I don't like to play fortune very often. I will play it when it's handed to me, but other than that, I'm not really that interested in it. But this is actually going to be a Cultist game. We're not going to take this Mage TF, even though I do recommend everyone to pick up an early chosen. In this case, I'm going to greed. I'm just going to slam the Sunfire, which is going to give me a really strong board, and I'm actually looking for Annie right now, which would, I think, potentially let me win streak with Fortune in, just because I've got the Sunfire slam, but that's not the case. Anyways, we don't end up finding the Annie, I don't think, and I'm not really going to run it past Krugs if I don't. The Akali is a pretty powerful unit, though, so we'll put that in. Anyways, I'm hoping that this is going to be my bit of a definitive Cultist guide. Cultist is what I actually climbed with. I would consider it my bread and butter. I climbed from like silver 4 to like gold 1 in about 100 games, and I would say about 70 plus of those games was playing Cultist. And for any new player, I definitely recommend Cultist as a play, just because it's super easy. All you do is buy all of the Cultist units in your shop, and it's got a really smooth early game, mid game, and late game. So when you're playing 9 Cultist, obviously you need to get an early Cultist chosen because there's only 8 Cultist units. So it's typically a level 1 chosen as a result, and the better of the two between Twisted Fate and Elise is the Elise. So I'm pretty fortunate in that I got this Elise Cultist chosen early. It's really easy. The reason Elise is better than the Twisted Fate is largely because of the Keeper tag, and Keeper Cultist is really good, so you can run the Cultist chosen Keeper Elise, and run that with 1 additional Keeper plus 1 additional Cultist, and then you're really flexible and have a really strong opening. So I do have a Pike as well, and the Pike is going to be a really good carrier for the Sunfire that the Tom is holding, but also looks like I've got a Morellonomicon that I'm thinking about slamming as well. And I do end up slamming that. So Pike is one of the best carriers for both of those items. So in the 9 Cultist build, definitely look to get your Sunfire and a Morellonomicon, if you end up using them, onto your Pike. And yeah, so we're just continuing to purchase all of the Cultist units. When I go for this build, when I play Cultist, is typically if I hit a Cultist chosen early, or just a ton of Cultist units in my early shops. And you can play it typically till 6 Cultists is really good through till the end of stage 4, really. And at that point, you either have to decide whether you want to rotate into a late game composition or go for the 9 Cultist to push through. So this is a really good shop for us here with both the Callista and the Sivir, and that actually, I believe, gives us, we've got to be looking at 6 Cultists there. 6 Cultists at level 5 at 2/7 is super huge power spike. So the reason a lot of people play Cultist is to get to the 6 Cultist power spike, because this is going to carry me, like, I've already been win streaking with a pretty solid Keeper Cultist board, but now I can kind of sell a lot of stuff down, looking to make like really big eco, because at 3-1, like, nobody's going to stop me here. Like, Gallia's just going to kill everybody. But This is like a Diamond 3 game, so I actually do elect to pre-level there at 3-1. That's pretty early because I am win streaking. I just really don't want it to be... I don't even want it to be close, honestly. Win streaking is more important to me, and I'm able to make 20 econ anyways, so yeah, I don't think leveling there is a bad call. But yeah, so basically you're going to play Cultist if you get a Cultist chosen early, ideally the Elise, or if you get a lot of Cultists early. So those are the two conditions in which you'll play up to 6 Cultists. And whether or not you go to play 9 Cultists, I would say if you're below Platinum 2, below Platinum 1, then you should probably just play 9 Cultists the whole way, and you're going to top 4. The only reason I say you should maybe transition and not look to play 9 Cultists that often is that at the higher elos, unless you hit it really, really hard, then it's actually not going to top 2 or top 3 even. Just because all of the players at the higher levels have learnt to build compositions that are stronger than the static Galio like output, basically. Basically, when you're playing 9 Cultists, you're really playing Galio. And Galio is not a unit you can put items on, so you can't get any stronger. And at a level 3 Galio is a level 3 Galio. There's no level 4 Galio, so there's no further tech for Galio. He's kind of limited. Yeah, you can get Siphoner for him. That definitely improves him, but level 3 Galio, and yeah, like more stars on your border is also going to improve the strength of Galio. So I shouldn't say it's a static value of Galio, but what I do mean is that the Diamond plus level players can typically put together a stronger board than 9 Cultist. Not always the case, as you'll see here. I do believe Cultist was my strongest option. But if you're going to go 9 Cultist, the other condition that you should have for winning is hopefully hitting a level 3 Callista, and having perfect items on the Callista. So what perfect items mean on a Callista is Runans above everything. Runans is the most important item. Like, if nothing else, slam a Runans on your Callista, get a level 2 Callista with Runans, and it's going to carry you all the way through round 4, like win streaking pretty much. It's a really stable board, assuming you have 6 Cultists in as well. And the other items you're going to look to slam are a Ginsu's Rageblade and a GA. That would be like perfect item Callista. So a level 3 perfect item Callista is definitely a win condition for 9 Cultist. So the other things that you're definitely going to want to look out for that I've been doing on in this route here is I have teched in Keepers as soon as I could. So basically you've got these breakpoints at Cultist 3, so Cultist 3, and then Cultist 3 with Keeper, and then Cultist 6, and then Cultist 6 with Keeper, and then once you've got the Callista, your next most valuable tech or option for slotting in a unit is going to be a Duelist. So better options than I've got. I've currently got the Fiora in, filling that Duelist tag, but better options would be a Jax for a front line, like, I don't know, a 2-star Yasuo would even be better. If I had a Yasuo, I'd position it on like the far left of my board, for an example, just as like a throwaway unit. But all we're really looking for is the Duelist tag, because that just makes such a huge difference to our Callista. So I've decided pretty early that I'm going to be playing this Callista all the way. Like, I've just been win streaking with it. I've got a 10 win streak here, and I've just like slammed perfect items onto my level 2 Callista. So we're expecting it to continue to win, like, all the way, basically. All the way through stage 4. So when you've got a level advantage, or sorry, a win streak, you definitely want to keep pushing it. Like, I was pretty fortunate in my items this game, and I'm just able to lean really hard into this Cultist tech. And yeah, at this point, I am rolling a bit just to 2-star my units, and then I should stop rolling here. Yeah. I rolled to get like the Vlad 2 and the Fiora 2. Yeah, not bad rolls. It could be argued that I could have just gone fast 8, but I think I wanted to actually 2-star some of my units because they're lower tier units, just so I could get a stronger Galio at level 9, because I am quite sure I'm going to go 9 Cultist in this particular game. That's me typing to the chat just to try and drum up more business, more traffic to the channel. If you've been enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps a lot. So we've already got our perfect Callista items, and I actually do just go ahead and snag another Callista from the carousel. Oh, that was silly. I did it in order to get the Zeeks. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I probably could have kept the Callista with the belt and just like gotten to a 3-star Callista faster, or increased my chances of getting to 3-star Callista, I should say. But that's not bad either. So after you get the perfect items on your Callista, the next most important items I would say is getting a healing reduction onto your pike. So it can be either a Morello or a Sunfire. Both of them are good options. I've got both of them in this case, which some people say is a little redundant, but at the same time, I think they're just like, you get so much value out of having those items on pike that I'm pretty happy to have those items there, even if you don't necessarily get the double benefit of Grievous Wounds. So after you've gotten your anti-healing, your perfect Callista items, your next priority is going to be getting some aura items. That would be like your Chalice and your Zeeks, and slamming those onto your Sivir. Because if we're taking a look at my positioning, we've got them all stacked in the corner, and we're all benefiting from the Keeper's buff. So the 2 Keepers are in the middle there. I've cornered my hard carry Callista. I've got the Sivir beside, because Sivir provides an attack speed buff when she ults, but also she's got the Chalice on her as well. So it's really like you've got 2 carries in this build, and it is the Callista and it is the Galio. So it's really about making those 2 people as strong as you can. Grabbing the Azir here is nice. Like the 2-star cannon is good and does a lot more damage, but we have a fair bit of damage from our 2-star Callistas, so grabbing the Azir is just going to give us that additional front line that's like really, really beneficial to, yeah, just like keeping everyone off of this Callista basically, because this Callista will kill everything. Like it's round 5 now, it's not even round 4, and this 2-star Callista with perfect items is no signs of slowing down. We're just 2 Callistas away, actually only 1 Callista away, because we're holding on to this Nikos for quite some time. So yeah, we're pretty comfortable. We did go up to a level 8 at the appropriate time, or at the normal time, and we're really hoping to high roll a Zillion here. So basically another indicator of should I go 9 Cultist. Like I said, almost always if you're in that silver or gold elo, I think pushing to 9 Cultist is just such a huge power spike. I think you should almost always do it. But for when we're climbing up, and we're climbing up like through the peaks of Platinum, and we're into the low diamond, we definitely sometimes here have to start thinking about other techs we could do. If I didn't have a Nikos and all of these Callistas, I would almost certainly be starting to grab like non-cultist units, like any Slayers that I saw, because Slayers can also make great use of these items. Yeah, I would probably look to transition to Slayers here for a late game build, just to give myself a better chance of actually winning if I can't find, if I wasn't so close to the 3-star Callista, that is. Because I haven't found a Zillion. Like usually if you find a Zillion, that's another reason to decide to go 9 Cultist and like push on with it, because really I'm gonna have a pretty huge drop. Oh, I'm actually greeting this Nikos here. I looked at the Nikos after I found the Callista, and I actually decided to greet, and you know what, I'm okay with that. I'm not win streaking as hard as I was. Like I did drop a set, but I'm still really super strong, and I'm gonna find that one more Callista. Like I've got so much money here. There's the Callista at level 8. Yeah, we are bound to find it. And we're really just looking for a Zillion here. Like a Zillion would be amazing. Obviously, we're going to try and 3-star any Cultist units we can. If you guys missed that earlier, it's really beneficial to 3-star your units, because in Cultist builds specifically, because each one gives the Galio additional stats. Wow, so our 3-star Callista actually got taken down by that Brawler team, and that guy's already hit 8 Brawler, is kind of the differentiator. He high-rolled his set, and has a pretty scary Shyvana, so that's okay. We'll we know we've still got another spike coming with our 9 Cultists, so we're not too concerned about that Brawler player, even though I think he's the person that's beaten us both times now, and he's continuing to win streak. So people always say like, hey, how do I climb? How do I climb? Like, this is a Diamond 3 lobby, and we've just got people, the players in first and second, with like the bottom 4 players out of the lobby right now, are playing Cultist and Brawler. And people are always like, oh, I want to play Kale, or I should play Slayers, or whatever. It's like, no, if you're at a lower rank, like gold or silver, where like most people are, that's not even a lower rank, it's literally where most people are in the game, just play these boards, because they are super aggressive, super strong. You're gonna be knocking people out of the game quicker, which is going to in turn like let you finish higher. And this is really the way you want to set up your board, like the entire way, is having your keepers shielding the whole team, and until we get 9 Cultist in, because we're actually not gonna tech in keepers at 9 Cultist, I believe. But yeah, you're cornered Callista with perfect items, benefiting from the 2 aura items on the Sivir, has the duelist tech from the Jax. Yeah, we're looking to go level 9 here. This is quite a late game, and we win streaked really early, or really hard early on, so we've got quite a bit of economy to support the level 9 push, just because we want to like really ensure that we get the Zillion in, because unfortunately the Zillion's been eluding us. That's like, this is really why you don't always go 9 Cultist as you climb up. Like, yeah, there's a Zillion on the carousel here with a spatula, and I would love that. Yep, perfect. So this is absolutely best case scenario for me. I have this spare bow that I've been sitting on. Honestly, I should have put that in a long time ago, but I'm able to get now the duelist spatula on the Zillion, which is amazing, because obviously bonus attack speed on the Zillion is going to let you let Zillion cast more often. Oh man, I forgot how good this game was. Yeah, so that spat allows me to, plus I pushed to level 9. I've just hit a huge power spike. So I still have keepers in, because I still have the Azir frontline soldiers. I've got the level 3 Callista. I've got the duelist spat, so I still have the duelist tech. Yeah, we're really strong right now, and this is basically when we're in a winning position. I'm currently pulling like the legendary champions out of the pool there. Yeah, because I was looking for another Zillion so I could use my Nikos, because a 2-star Zillion is really my next big out. I'm also 2 pikes away from a 3-star pike, and 3-star pike is a smurf, so definitely worth going for 3-star pike if it's free. I wouldn't stay at a certain level to hit a 3-star pike, but if it happens naturally, the 4-second stun is really, really strong. Rolling here, 3-star my Sivir. Yeah, I've thrown the two Zeke's Herald, so she's got a ton of attack speed, plus the rapid fire cannon that I got from the last mob, so my Sivir is actually doing a ton of damage now too. And it probably would have been worth considering teching in Sharpshooter for my Sivir at this point, instead of the Keeper. Maybe that would have been an option. But yeah, you don't even usually get to this like super late game Cultist build. Like round 7 here is pretty crazy that we got this far, but hopefully this showed you guys what a pretty clean Cultist game can look like, and what you should be aiming for out of your early Cultist transitions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, we'll see you next time.